Hello and welcome back to Here We Tow. Today I'm at Camp UK in Lincoln and I'm here to review this. This is a Malibu van conversion. Malibu are by the German manufacturer Cartago, and this is what I consider a premium van conversion. I'm excited to show you this because I think it's got a really nice finish inside. So if you're looking for a Fiat Ducato based van conversion, this could be the one for you. So the full title, this is the Malibu First Class 640 LERB. In terms of its size, let's make a start there. So this van conversion, say, is based on the Fiat Ducato. It is 6 metres and 36 centimetres in length. It's 2 metres and 10 centimetres in width, and it's 2 metres and 59 in height. In terms of its weight, it comes standard as a 3.5 tonne or 3,500 kilo gross vehicle weight vehicle. Or you can upplate this to 4,000 kilos or 4 tonnes. So it's up to you. If you've got C1 on your licence, you might want to go up to 4,000 kilos and have that additional payload. I mentioned it's based on the Fiat Ducato. Now, this comes with the 2.2 litre diesel engine, 140 horsepower as standard, and manual transmission. This one at Camper UK has the upgraded 180 horsepower and automatic transmission. And as you can see, this one, the paintwork is the grey finish. Now, new for 2025, it's the new Fiat Ducato. It's got Ducato embossed here, and you can tell it's the new model because of these grille intakes. This is what you want to look for 2025. Let's start at the front. So we've gone through some facts and figures. 3.5 tonne van conversion, 6 metres 36. Price, it actually starts at £60,000. However, this one here at Camper UK has got literally everything on it, and it's £94,500. But as I say, this is a very high spec model. But for £60,000 to get into a Malibu by Cartago, not bad at all. So Fiat Ducato front, the Malibu name badge, the black gloss finish on here, and down here we can see the little driving lamps as well. I'm going to make a start first of all on the off side. Now, this is a European motorhome, so we will find the habitation sliding door here on the off side as well. Wing mirrors, they are electrically operated. You do get the Fiat alloy wheels there with it. Along with the grey paintwork, we can see this complemented by the Malibu graphics for 2025, which are a black with this bronzy copper colour. You can describe it how you want. That's sort of the colour scheme that I would describe it as. And that continues off down this off side. What we are going to get is an electric step here at the sliding door. And then as we move up, you can see this full-length Dometic wind-out awning. It has got the Malibu name there at the end, and obviously Dometic down at that end. So awning coming with it, which is the wind-out one. Continuing down, now this version is the Charming version. Now Charming gives us a few different features, but what we've got spec'd on this one at Camper UK are the porthole windows. So these are optional extras. A few years ago, back in 2019, Jules and I went to Dusseldorf where we first saw Malibu, and we were really drawn in by the porthole windows. They are not for everybody, I appreciate that, but I like that they do add something different to the van conversion. We then have our water filling point. We are going to get a fresh water and a grey waste tank on board. At the back of the Malibu, let's start up here. This one is fitted with a rear view camera. You've got the high level brake light, the Malibu name, and then these two very large back windows, the Fiat badge Ducato, and the style. We can see the styling of the light here on the back of the Malibu. I'm going to open the door now, so let's open that and we can take a look inside at the rear first of all. Now, the benefit of a van conversion or camper van that's 6 metres and 36 centimetres is you're going to get a good sized bed, and we'll talk about that more when we go inside. But on this model, you're actually going to get longitudinal beds. So your head is going to be up at this end, feet at the bottom. You can change it round if you want, but you're going to be laying head to toe this direction. In a shorter van conversion, you generally sleep transversely across it, but not in this case. We're sleeping that way. Now in the back, here we have our garage space. Now these do lift up, so you can move these if you need a little bit more height in it. But this is our garage space. We can see this wood effect flooring. There are some boxes for the motorhome in the back here, but it gives you an idea of the amount of room you're going to get there. Here, this is our gas locker storage. So in here, you're going to be able to fit two 11 kilo gas bottles. which is ideal for obviously running the hob or your heating when you're out and about. Now on the back here on this door, what I do like is this wooden finish, and you are getting the pull down pleated blind. Nice to see a pleated blind, not a plastic blind, but at this price point, these are the sort of things we need to look for. And then this nice sort of foam finish here on the door. This is good for soundproofing and insulation. And then we've got a further wood finish as well. And that's the same on this other door. Let me close that now and we'll head off down the near side. So those are the windows. They do open as well if you need to open those for ventilation. Now coming down the near side, we've got more portholes, and then we have the Truma vent. Now this model here at Camper UK has got the Truma air-blown heating, but it's been upgraded to the 6E. So this air-blown heating system will run on electric when you're on the electric hookup, and when you're off the electric hookup, it will use gas. So you've got the option there. Our electric hookup point, and then our toilet cassette point. And then we continue down the side. We can just see the graphics here on the near side of this Malibu first class. Charming. Right, let's venture around and go and take a look inside, because this has got a beautiful interior. And again, the price point, although it starts at 60, this one at 95, we want beautiful features because it is a lot of money. So we open the sliding door. What we are going to get is the fly screen for when this door is left open. And then here we see the kitchen unit. We've got this nice grey trim. You've got the lighting, and then the M for obviously Malibu. I'm going to venture in and start up here in this cab. So coming in, now this one's been spec'd with the certain interior that it's got, the certain style of wood, and it's got this fabric finish. This model at Camper UK has got the habitation pack, the chassis plus pack. I'll put a link down there and you can find out all about these different packs and explore that a little bit further. So up here we have the two chairs, the captain's chairs. These do swivel so you can turn them round like this, obviously, when you're wanting to eat. This vehicle has 4 seat belted travel seats, and in terms of berths, you've got a third berth here and the 2 berths at the back. You can have an optional pop top if you want, so you can actually take this up to a 5-berth camper van. The pop top is an optional extra, not fitted on this model. This one has the automatic gearbox, so it comes standard with the manual. We've got the digital dash there on the new Fiat for 2025. And the infotainment system here, where you're going to see that rear view camera and also your satellite navigation. You do also get air conditioning in the cab up here. Now, because this is a semi-integrated motorhome, we can see the cab, and then, sorry, because this is a van conversion, we can see we've got the side windows and the front windscreen. Now, what we're getting on this one is the blinds on the side windows and the blind on the front window, so you can close those for privacy. Up above, I do like that we've got this sunroof here. Not all van conversions come with that as standard. Again, look for that on a more premium conversion. That's going to make this a much lighter space. Now moving round, if you have got 2 to 5 people eating at this table, you've got this part first of all. It will slide backwards and forwards, and then under here there's a lever which I will pull. And then you can see the slide out as well. So you can slide that round to move so this person sat here can use the table. And then I'll slide that back and just lock that back into place. Down in the floor, under this sort of bench seat, there is a plug socket and USB chargers. So if you're using this area to do some work at, you can charge your gadgets as well. Now coming down the walls, we have got this nice cream finish to them, and that continues throughout the van conversion, as well as fly screens and the pleated blinds. Again, nice to see pleated blinds and not plastic. I will stand up and I'll just show you under here, because the thing with a van conversion is storage is often limited. However, under here, there's a little lever here that says, and with an arrow to lift. So you can lift, if I lift that cushion, I can lift up, and you can see there's a good amount of storage there under these seats. Drop that down there. And then just here, what this is going to do is slide out, and you can use it as a drawer space. and there's also a little bin as well. So a really clever use of space here within this van conversion. And those of you that are familiar with vans will know that the space is always at a premium. Now up here, you do get overhead lockers. I do like the finish on these, and if we just give this a push as well, that will drop down there. So storage here, and at the back wall here, this has got that foam finish as well for soundproofing and insulation. Let me close that back up, and that as well. Now moving down, so a nice finish. The wood is nice, this cream colour's nice, the chrome, the lighting, got speakers in here, and then this one's been fitted with the television as part of obviously the price. So we've got the television here, and then here we find Malibu embossed on there as well. It does have a very chic feel about it indeed. Now when you come in, the control panel, it's accessed here. If I just flip this up, this is the control for the Malibu itself. It'll tell you your battery level and your water level. And here you're going to operate your Truma air blown heating and the hot water system. And that's nicely concealed under that panel there. Coming down, we next find our kitchen space. Under here, this is our Thetford 84 litre fridge and freezer. This is a small freezer compartment there. And then we've got the fridge part to it. This will only run off electric. It's a compressor fridge. It will not run off gas. So when you're off grid, it's going to run off the 12 volt battery in your van conversion. So that's an electric only appliance. And then we have the Dometic 2-ring gas burner. Again, European vans and motorhomes tend to rely solely on the gas hobs. They don't use an electric plate unless they have a specifically fitted induction hob. Coming down, now I do like this. This is a dark grey finish, and what's interesting is it's quite a high kitchen, as you can see. I'm about 5'4" and it's quite high up on me. Got this nice grey finish. There is a plug socket, and then if I just open this up, this is the sink cover. So I'll remove those. These are nice and thick. You could use that as a chopping board if you wanted to, or a draining board. And you can see the sink space here. Swivel tap there, obviously hot and cold running off the Truma. I'll just put those there and put those away once I've finished. Now before I move further along, let me go up here. We have another cupboard within this kitchen space. The lighting, I really like the lighting in here. And then we move down. Now there's a nice contrast here with the wood and the cream, as we can see. These are the clasps that you're going to get on the Malibu. So if we push those, we've got our drawer with space here for cutlery. I like to see a cutlery tray myself, but we've got these dividing parts here, and that's the control there for the gas to the hob. Got a middle drawer. They are soft close, but if I'm just going to push, it makes it a little bit quicker. Bottom drawer there, and then close that and close that. Now, the other thing you find in a van conversion, as well as a motorhome, is limited worktop space. What I like here is they've used this to give us some extra space as well. So you've got more room on here. And then if I give these a push, we have a further little cupboard here. Now, I'd probably be utilising that for extra kitchen space as well myself. And then underneath there, we come down and there is yet more storage space. So room under here. Now again, it's up to you what you put in these cupboards, but it is a good use of the space that we're finding. And here, if you look here, you'll see up there, there's a rail. So you can use this as wardrobe space. Now, what I'm going to do, normally I'd potentially head into the washroom, but I'm going to leave that till last because this is a little bit different. And this is when we talk about this 2-room part of it. We'll show that soon, so we'll come to that. Now we move into our bedroom space. So the bedroom, longitudinal beds, as I mentioned, outside. The benefit of these is head to toe, you've got plenty of space in here. This one, in terms of the length, this one is 202 centimetres long by 90 centimetres, and this one's 189 by 102. Now, I'm just wondering if I can show you this, because back here, This bed, this one here, as we can see, this is 102 centimetres wide. It's wider than this one at 90, so you've got a lot more width on this one, but not quite the length. So this one's the longest at 202 centimetres long, and this one 189, so a little bit shorter. In here we can see our porthole windows. They've got this nice surround, the lighting, and here we can see, if I just push that down, that pleated blind in operation. Down in that bottom corner there is a USB charger, so you could put your phone onto this little shelf. And then we've got all these little overhead lockers as well. Again, lovely finish with the gloss, and they do feel nice and solid as well. Good thick wood, which you can feel in there. As we move along, there's a sunroof here. You can open that up for ventilation. It's got a fly screen and a blind. The ceiling itself has got this foam finish as well, so it's nicely padded. We see the back windows. We saw that when we were outside, so we don't need to particularly revisit those. And back here, more USBs as well there. So good size, really good width, and fairly good length. This is good at 202. This one a little bit shorter, so the shorter person will have to go onto there. And then down here, I'll just lift this and step back. There is storage under that step, if you can see down there. So you've got storage with this. And this is interesting. This actually does slide and move. So you can move it forward if you need to access into your garage, and then you can push it back in. And there's also a plug socket as well down there. What I'll do, I'm just going to swap around with Jules. I'm going to demonstrate the two-room concept. So the washroom door, open that, lock it in place with the lock mechanism there, pull onto the magnet, one-piece door, complete privacy. Within here there is a little rope, pull that, it releases this section, and this now opens up here. This is a fixed part, but this is giving you lots of space when you're in here to get changed, do whatever it is you're doing. Also gives you more room access here into this sink, and also if you did want to use it with the toilet as well. When you've finished with that, it locks back into place. We pull the magnet, close that, pull that across, close the washroom door. And that is the two-room concept in the first class. Then we find this washroom. Now I'm just going to step in and show you some of the features in here. So once I go in here, first of all, we do have a shower screen, and I'm going to deploy that in a minute. So we've got the shower screen. In the corner there is the sink, again the swivel tap. This is the compromise in this van conversion. There is not a lot of room in here, but there is a sink and it is usable. There is also a plug socket, and then we have this mirrored finish with the light here. Underneath, there's a drop down cabinet there. It's got this little strip here to stop that from opening fully. How long the lifespan of that bit of plastic is, I don't know, but that's the only sort of thing I'd mention about that. And then there is a toilet. The toilet is actually here. So this is a Thetford toilet. There we go. So when you want to use this as a washroom, you've got your toilet and your sink. And then when you want to use this as a shower, it swivels back in. So I swivel that, it's locked back into place. Now you do have a little flap to drop down, and you do have a shower curtain or screen. Now this shower screen, you can see it's going to feed along here like that. That's going to cover that space and on the floor. And this one, I'll just demonstrate closing it. So you pull this around here, and I'm now enclosed within my space. And I'll reopen that so you can see what I'm doing. So that is going to enclose this space. In terms of this flap, you'd deploy your flap so your water doesn't go down there. You then use your shower. I'm going to be quite honest, it is a small shower space, but there's always a compromise in a van conversion, and that is it. So you do have a shower space, but it is a small space. You do also get your little sunroof and the lighting in here.
Right, now I've been bullied into coming into the Malibu just to have a look to see what the space is like for a larger gentleman in the washroom. And to be fair, I could actually use this shower. So this is the shower space. It's pretty tight on the feet, as you can see there, especially with this flap down for the toilet. But other than that, as you can see, I could actually use the shower head and have a shower. So it is fairly big for what your needs are. But it's a compromise. But I'd rather be in here than stood outside getting cold, having a shower. So there you go. So I just thought I'd bring you in here and just show you exactly what sort of space, if you can see, I've got. Hopefully that will give you a little bit of an idea. So there you go. Pass you back to Karina.
So that is your washroom, and then when you're finished with your shower, wipe it all down, push that back, and then you've got access again to this space here. Right, let me dive out and close this off. So when you're ready to finish here, we pull that across. That's going to click on back on there. We open that clasp again, we close this, and that's then the washroom closed off. So that is the innovative 2-room van conversion by Malibu. That is a compromise space for me personally. I'm small and I would struggle to use it, but it has got, if you don't shower on board, you're not going to have a problem. So there, that is the interior of the Malibu. Let's dive out again. So the Malibu First Class, that's the 640 LE-RB on the Fiat Ducato, available as 3.5 tonne or 4 tonne, starting at £60,000, obviously up to £95,000. It is a van conversion, there's always going to be a compromise, but what I do like with this one is the finish to it. That is beautifully finished. The lighting is absolutely stunning. And in terms of longitudinal beds, you've got those nice fixed beds and easy access underneath. And the lounge area seems nice and practical. The compromise is if you're wanting to shower in there, it is a small space. However, if you are quite happy not to do that or use that smaller space, then it's not a compromise. But what it's given us is more room in that kitchen area, and for some people, that is what they prefer and that's what they're happy to play off with. If you want to look at other Malibu van conversions, there are other models in the range, such as this one here, and this one's also demonstrated with the pop top. So that optional pop top is fitted to that model that you can have on this one. So it just gives you an idea of how that might work. So there we go, the Malibu. Thank you to Camper UK who've let us come to film, that is appreciated. In the description I will put a link to the Malibu website and also to Camper UK, and you can check out the full range that they have. They are a dealership for Malibu van conversions and for Cartago motorhomes. So as always, thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next one.